What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Massive Attack, and as always, big thank you to Stephan for providing this material. We're returning to Mezzanine, 1998, and the next track is one word, Risingson. It looks like a place name, though if it is that, I'm not familiar with whatever scale or type of place it is, but yes, it sounds like a proper noun, an actual name, but as I said, I have no context for that, so I can't really get a read on it. Of course, if you look at it in parts, it looks like rising sun, which that could have some meaning that I might speculate about, but as one word and in the context of a group from the UK, my best guess is that it relates to some location. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Massive Attack. The track is Risingson, I'm not sure, and it's from the 1998 album Mezzanine.
To a cold mirror, it was never clearer in my ear or so. You lick a shine on your forehead door, checking by the signs in the corridor. You're on my way through the club maze, we will struggle through the dark days. I see myself an Arab on my lover. It's how you go down to the men's room sink. It's how we talk of how my men think. I see myself an Arab on my lover. I don't know her from another miss. I don't know you from another. See me run, now you're gone. Dream on.
I'm dying to leave. Every time we grab it, know we severed lines. Where have all those flowers gone? Long time passing. Why you keep me testing, keep me tasking? You keep on asking.
Toy like people make me boy like. Toy like people make me boy like. They're invisible. When the tripping flips, they get physical. Way below my lips and everything you got. Way below it like. Now you're lost and you're lethal. And now's about the time you gotta leave. Oh, these good people dream on. Toy like people let me boy like.
Oof. Wow. So, first of all, sonically, I really enjoy that one. Apart from two, excuse me, layers which had more energy and edgy type of sounds and very mechanical or electric, a lot of the sonics had a very down-tempo ambient feel, even a bit like sedated. And there's those vocals which had almost like this ambient choral feel to them, but it also had a bit of a like, what's the right phrase, like mushroom jazz or like trip hop meets down tempo jazz. It had a bit of a jazzy feel to it, especially in some of the drumming. Excuse me, but yes, it still had this very electric, energetic, like sinusoidal type layer, and then later that would get even more gritty and, as I said, a bit edgy and spiky. So yeah, there was some balance to the tune in terms of the intensity or lack thereof and smoothness or sharpness over the course of the track. Obviously, like two vocalists, and again in like trip hop or hip hop style. Lyrically, I'm intrigued because at first it sounds like the person saying like the other person wants them to go somewhere or is coming to them, and they're almost like running away from it. Why are you bringing me to this party? And it's like, why are you tasking me with things? So it feels like the narrator's kind of pulling back, or at least is a bit ambivalent about what the other person wants them to do or where they want them to go. But then it seemed to shift, and it was like, sort of you fade into the background, almost like smoke or something like that. It seemed to be talking about like a party, like an underground event or like a club style event, but they're again sort of not as fully engaged as the other people around. And what was that refrain like? Toy-like people make me feel boy-like or something? I'm not sure if I was hearing that correctly, but again, it sounds like the narrator or narrators plural. I don't know if they were like both speaking in the same voice, but I did like the alternation. But yeah, it sounds like the narrator or narrators are like a bit reserved or disengaged relative to this one other person, or maybe everyone in this context. I don't know what to make of the title still, so yes, I look forward to any insight people have lyrically, but sonically I really enjoyed it. A bit less wicked than the opening tune, Angel, but still with a bit of edge and sharpness to it, even if other aspects, again, were very ambient, almost sedated and down-tempo. So a really interesting one for Massive Attack. Once again, shout out to Stephan. Let me know what you think, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.